What's up, guys? Welcome to my truck and another video. Today I am golfing Saskatoon Golf Club, the Golf Course. And just an FYI, they make us print our own cards because of COVID. Today, golfing the Golf Course is across the road. If you've ever been to Saskatoon, it's across the road and you gotta go through a tunnel, so I'll get a shot of that. But today we're playing 9 holes for my rec league. If you're not aware of my golf game, I've been playing better. A lot better lately. So I'm actually the lowest handicap in the league and actually just got to the lowest handicap in the league. So I'm really excited this week to go out and perform. I'm hoping to show you most of my shots and get some good clips and some shot tracers in there to kind of show what this big hitter can do. So stay tuned. Okay, so we're on the first tee. I'm looking to get off to a good start. I'm basically trying to play it off of the end of the trees to the right there. I'm gonna draw it back into the fairway. And I got way underneath this ball, popped it up in the air, and I definitely did not get the distance I wanted on this ball. So I'm just off to the right side. I'm just looking to punch it out into the middle of the fairway. I've got a wedge in hand. Just trying to hit it out to the center of the fairway so I can get my third shot in, and I did it perfectly. Didn't even have to watch it hit the ground. So I'm about 100 yards out now. I've got a wedge in hand. With my wedges right now, my yardages are all over the place, and 100 is not a good one. So I'm choking up on this one a little bit, and I choked up too much, didn't quite get the perfect contact on it, and came up a bit short. So I'm still short of the green in 3, chipping up onto the green, just from the left side here, and I yank it straight left pretty much. So up on the green though, so we got a chance for a bogey saving putt here, and it's here that I'd like to talk about how terrible my putting is at this time. I'm planning on meeting with a golf tech instructor to try and go over some putting, and I'm trying to work on my putting stroke, and it's the one thing I really feel no confidence in when I'm standing over the ball here. So this one was a really fast putt down the hill. The ball is still rolling, even basically until I mark it, and so I've got a little comeback here up the hill, right to left, and this is to save double. Great start to the round this far, and I burned the edge, so yeah, awesome. On to the next hole though. Okay, so hole 2 is a dog leg left to right. On the right side you've got water. You want to play it, if you can hit it 250, you can get it dead center, middle of the fairway, about less than 100 out. And that's what I tried to go for, and I just push it straight right, right out into the middle of the water, and you'll see, yeah, the splashdown. It was, yeah, not ideal. If I would have, in hindsight, I should have just played an iron out into the middle of the fairway, but that is what it is. So I'm just trying to put my wood into a good spot, and I pull it straight left. So if you just saw, I've got a two-way miss on these last 2 shots. I'm going right, I'm going left. I don't know what's going on. So here we are in the woods. Again, I just pushed it through the woods over to the left. I'm looking to just punch it out into the fairway. We're shooting our 4th shot right here. And I'm just looking to punch it out into the fairway. There's no shot at the green, and I'll let you hear this. Sit down. Oh my God. What is happening? Yeah, so we're in emergency mode. That shot went clear through the fairway, went off the toe of my iron, punched it straight into the water. So another drop. Anyway, long story short, I ended up shooting a snowman, 4 over on that hole, so quadruple bogey. Yeah, so now I'm just literally trying to hit a good shot, and I do. Thankfully, I do. So I'm 7 over, going through 2 holes. I'm just trying to collect myself now. I didn't even film those last 2 shots on that last hole, so or the last few shots. It is what it is. I'm just trying to get my mind right. So I'm just off the edge of the green here, but it's fairly straightforward. Just putt it, get it close to the hole. Let's try and get away with a par so we can kind of get back on track. And I do. It doesn't bend as much as I thought or break. I thought there'd be a lot more right to left with this putt. So I leave it a little further out to the right than I would really like. It's one of those knee knockers, 4 or 5 feet. Where you really actually do have to think about it. And here I am, I'm 7 over through 2 holes, standing over top of a par putt that I really need, just to try and, you know, get some wind in my sails and actually get things going well, back on track. So good news is I do make it. So we are in with par, so that's 7 over through 3. Things are improving. This hole is wide open, and it couldn't be much better for someone that does tend to draw it. So I'm just looking to the right, playing it over top of that sand you can kind of see there, and just trying to swing out of my shoes. And I hit a really nice shot, and I actually faded it a little bit. So got a really good drive right out on the right side of the fairway, just in the rough, sitting about, if I remember correctly, about 140 out. So yeah, so I'm just looking here to get it on the green. I just want another par. I'm really just trying to get things going back again. So I do put it a good shot underneath this one, and I just fly basically to the left of the flag. It looked really good in the air, and I'm just off the green, just on the fringe, putting back onto the green. Here, due to COVID, they've got the little inserts in the cup, which are basically cut up pool noodles, and it's sticking out of the hole. You may hear the comments in the video, but yeah, the pool noodle's sticking almost up out of the hole. So you'll see here with this putt, I mean, it's in your mind, but it's not really, like, you don't really care. You can see the ball just sits on top. So I'm in with another par. So we are 7 over through 4. This hole, again, it is wide open, and it's one of those holes that if you slice it and you're to the right, there's rough and really long grass and trees and all that stuff, but I'm a drawer, so I know I can really just put a rip on it, and I do overdraw this one. There is a road there, and I initially wondered if I put it on the road, but it's thick rough, and thankfully, as you'll see here, it grabbed. And you can't even see my ball there, as you can see how thick this rough is. So this is a par 5. I'm trying to just get the ball back out into the center of the fairway, or just get it into a spot where I can get my, like, what I call chopping it in half. So I got a 7-iron, and I actually overhit this ball. I thought I dived to the middle of the fairway. Well, I didn't. And you're probably wondering why. Hey Jake, we're up on the green right now. Well, so the thing is, I missed my best shot of the round. I didn't get the recording. Don't know what happened. Must not have hit record, because from where I was at there, I shot a like an all-purpose wedge within just about a foot of the hole here, from about 100 yards out. So I actually told my partner Mike before I took the shot that I'm completely uncomfortable with this shot, and you can see now that I've marked it, put my ball down right within a foot of the hole, tap in birdie, and we are back to 6 over. So that was shot of the round. You guys just didn't get to see it. So now this is another par 5. Surprisingly, on this there's back-to-back par 5s. I'm just trying to, you know, this plays perfectly to my eye as a draw, but I leave it out to the right, so I've kind of got this little weird two-way miss thing going on with my driver at times. But it's not too bad because, I mean, I'm literally still just on the edge of this hill. Not a good lie in that it's way below my feet. I kind of overcompensated for this. I'm trying to play the flag. Here's on the right side of the green, and I just overcooked it and drew it all the way to the left. I believe it was about 180, 185 out, and I tried to swing my 5-iron. I just overcooked it and went to the left. So I'm in the sand. The sand doesn't bother me, so in this position, I'm just trying to get it up on the green, which I can usually do pretty consistently. I actually got too much of it, and it didn't really bite, so it rolled past the hole, and we're just off the fringe. Hitting our 4th shot, which is for birdie. So I mean, here I'm actually putting for birdie, which is good. That's back-to-back holes. Granted, this is quite a slope if you can't see it. Right to left, this is interesting. I definitely should have not hit as much speed on this putt as you're about to see. It looked really good and it buzzed the hole, but it went way past the hole, and as Mike signaled there, stop. So I've got a little comebacker back up the hill about 6-7 foot to try and get my par, and I am really happy with how things have kind of turned around after those first 2 holes at this point. A par would have been fantastic, and I buzz it around the hole. Ball's still rolling, comes about two feet back, and I tap it in. So back to 7 over. Now par 3. I've got I'm not sure what the iron I hit in this position. Either way, the flag's straight ahead. We had a lot of sun on this hole. And I'm just trying to play it. It's a wide green, so I end up probably about 10 yards to the left of the pin with this shot, but I'm right pin high, as you'll see here. It was a great shot, especially coming off of that missed putt there, so I'm glad I'm able to keep my mental fortitude here. Here I see the putt breaking way more than it did, and it just went dead straight. So I left it about a 4-footer away from the hole there to come back for my par. And these are just things that right now I just am not good at, these kinds of putts. But this night, in these moments, I actually had it going, putts in. So still 7 over. I've got now 2 holes left, and after the way I started, I was 7 over through 2 holes. Now I've only got 2 holes left, and I'm still 7 over. I'm very happy about how I've turned this around and actually played a decent bit of golf here. So this is a short one. There's some water in the center, so I'm just playing a 5-iron off the tee here, 5 or 6 iron, trying to get it out into the center of the fairway, so then I can just come in with a wedge for my next shot here. I actually believe this was a 9-iron, about 150-ish, and what I find out here is that I definitely cooked this ball, and it went very deep. That's the one thing I'm also working. That's another thing I'm also working on is my distances and trying to figure out how far I'm hitting clubs, because I'm definitely hitting things a lot faster. Okay, so up on to the side of the green, just looking to get this up on the green here. A little wedge up there, and I chipped this beautifully, tracked right down to the hole. I thought it was going to go in. As you see, I'm marking here, right next to the hole. Those are such satisfying shots for me. I love where I'm able to chip out of a situation where I'm trying to scramble and save a par, or try to get a birdie, and when I actually make a good wedge shot, roll it up nice and tight, and then can come in and get the putt. So head into the last hole, 7 over. Right here I'm trying to play it off the right edge of these trees, and you're gonna see something that I almost never do, and that is I hit a huge fade. I mean, this is almost the same drive that I hit into the water. I crushed this ball. And as you're about to see, I put it in literal P1 for this hole, and I was so satisfied with that. I mean, it wasn't intentional, which is something that I want to work on, but I smoked this ball, put it in P1, dead center of the fairway, and this sucks. I chunk the crap out of that wedge. Only hit it about maybe 30-40 yards forward. As I said, still trying to figure that stuff out. The short game is definitely where I'm trying to work on things the most. Pitch it up onto the green. It rolled a little further than I expected again, but here we are putting for par. Last hole. Again, this has been a round of learning for sure. I started out terribly. First 2 holes definitely got the best of me. I did manage to get myself a birdie in there, another bogey. So, I mean, for how bad it started, I'm really glad with how I came around and figured things out. And currently only sitting 7 over, and I've got myself a chance to keep that through the way through. And I hit a good putt here. I thought I had it. It just missed it. And we had ourselves a gimme, as they say. So that's how it ends.
All right, well, that was tough. That first 2 holes, I don't even know how to describe what that was like. I did not hit them well there, but I'm really proud of how I made a very good comeback after that. Basically went even par until the last hole with a bogey and a birdie, and then birdied the last to end up 8 over. So especially considering I was 7 over after 2, I will take 8 over. Thanks for sitting through that. I know it wasn't the greatest golf, but I hope you at least got to enjoy it yourself. Yeah, come back next time. Talk to you later.